record. Now we're recording. Hi.
Okay, now I just got my son to set up my recording thing on my camera. We're going to be doing a little bit of an interview with him. So he's going to take my place in Carol's corner and have a seat.
Cool.
With Tinky Bell.
Hi, Tinky Bell. Make your room so I don't sit on you. You're small.
Okay, so this is my son, Sheldon.
Hi.
And I just want to ask him a little bit about his path. So you've chosen the red path to walk. Why do you think that is?
It just feels right. Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with the way you were raised, or?
I made my own choice, you know. I mean, I know you chose the red path. It was my choice.
Was it an influential thing, like
No,
any of the other?
it just felt right.
Yeah. And like me, you struggled with alcoholism,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how did that affect you?
I started when I was around, as far as I can remember, then I was probably about 9. My dad started drinking heavy. Just that resulted really bad. And when I got older, he got meaner. And things got worse. But my mom, and everyone remember this. Mom, she takes care of you right. She's always there for you. And my mom was always there for me. No matter how bad it got, she never left us kids. No matter what happened, she never left us kids. She was always there for us. And as I got older, it wasn't so much as bad alcohol, but I got into severe drugs. Alcohol was a bit of a factor, but I got into some real bad drugs and a real bad crowd, and I saw some bad things. I lost some friends to alcohol and drugs. I had a friend who almost killed himself with a pipe bomb because he had to take it. He decided to take it home and he blew his hands off. And it's about the time I started cleaning up. And then once I started cleaning up, everything seemed to get better and started to click in. And, I got a good life now. Got a wife, child. I just got a newer to me truck. Yay. It's real nice. I never had that before. When I was 18, I didn't get my driver's license till I was around 18, 19. I didn't see my first vehicle until I was 20, 21. I mean, Mom had let me use hers, and God knows I screwed a couple of those up. But that was then. Like my first car, I'd never owned my first car till I was 21. So through my struggles, anyone can do it. And like I said, through my struggles, I got a good job now, I got a good life. And again, my mom never left. And you know what? I gained a new dad when I was 18. By the time I was 14, by the time I was 18, it was like he'd always been there. He helped me through a lot as well. He never abandoned me through my hard times with drugs and everything else that was going on. The people I was dealing with and getting ripped off and ripping people off. And he always stuck by there for me for the good or the bad. Along with my mom. I give him a lot of praise. Because most men, and I guarantee most men, after even a year of trying to deal with that kind of stuff, they'd leave. He never did. That is a strong heart and a strong will.
Oh, thank you for that. So why the mohawk?
Just wanted to feel like myself again.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't felt like myself really in the last, probably the last year. A little lost. Everything's been a little slow and kind of a fight again, but you know, always had a thing about Mohawks and
Something to ground you, you
yeah,
figure? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
really feel. I actually just got my really good friend just to fix it up the other day. So all the hair is gone, and see her every couple days just to clean it up and keep it clean shaven. And my mom's the one that originally did it for me, and I will always get her to do it for me. Makes me feel a little more grounded that way.
So how old are you now?
I'm 29 in October.
And now you've done, actually quite a bit in your 29 years of
Yes,
life,
yes, I have.
and you find that you're more culturally grounded. Do you
Mm-hmm.
feel that?
I do.
And like, do you have any other outside influences in your life, like,
Mm,
because you're quite a spiritual person?
you know, outside influences, it depends on what your take on outside influences is to you. I
Yeah.
think that there's many different ones. It could be anything from music to, just people outside this house I know. You know, here recently I lost what was a good friend. It started about a year and a half ago, and him and his friendship and I haven't. It hasn't been the same since our fight. I actually, for his size, and I mean he's 3 times my size. I lost my ground, and I threatened to take him outside. I can admit that. But at the same level, he was talking a lot of things about some stuff that he had no idea what was going on. So I guess that friendship was kind of just ready to go on both ends. And he also got back into drugs. So I really just couldn't have that around my life
Right.
anymore. I couldn't have that around my wife, my child. I have that now. I can't have anything like that around them.
So what are the things that keep you grounded? Like, I know that you do stay away from a lot of people because of that, but what are some of the things that keep you grounded? You were in the AA program like I was,
Yeah.
still am, but what other things are there that?
I like to, I think the biggest thing I like that keeps me grounded is, and a lot of people, I don't know, I know my mom would agree on this, is getting out to Mother Nature, whether it just be a walk or, I like to go fishing a lot, and I don't mind the aspect of not catching a fish. It's just being out there and enjoying everything. The sounds, the birds, the lake, the way it runs, the way everything feels out there just feels great.
Yeah. And your little girl will be 3 here pretty soon,
Yes.
and that's been a big factor in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's another ground now.
Yeah.
Another reason that I stay away from the stuff I used to do. Same thing with my wife. And like my wife comes from a hard life like I do. She wasn't into the drugs and alcohol, but mentally she was abused pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And So it's taken a couple years. And I mean, we went into this relationship slow, but slowly we're starting to find that we're really working together. We are
As a team.
as a team, and I
Yeah.
mean, it does take time, especially when you come out of abusive relationships like we've both been in the past. It does take a lot of time to learn to work together again. We're now realizing that her money's my money's her money. It all works together, stuff like that.
Right.
We share everything, good and bad. You know, I found I found a woman where her family likes me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one person out of the family; it's the whole family. I found a woman that respects me for who I am, and my family loves.
Right.
They don't have to turn around and be like, "Oh, I really just," they. I've had relationships in the past where they didn't say much because I felt that I was happy at the time, but I didn't realize that I was being abused, and they didn't really, and I understand that they didn't want to step in. They didn't feel like they want to overdo the boundaries. You know, now, now I don't have to worry about that. We're working on ourselves as well as each other.
Yeah.
She's realized now she has a family that's actually there for her and wants to support and help her, and she's just starting to learn what a family is.
Well, we love having her. So wrap it up. I mean, so what's your happy thought at the end of the day? What?
The end of the day, I get to go home and see my family, whether it be my mom or my girl, who's now going to be 3, my wife. It's amazing. I never thought I'd have that. At one point, I actually tried to kill myself. At one point,
Yeah.
I had a severe depression. You know what? I came back. I came back by the grace of God. And that would be the grace of God as you understand them, as I understand them. However you understand them. It could be different for me. But I came back. And I have that looking forward to every day after work now.
So if there would be one thing that you could reach somebody with and tell somebody, what would it be?
Respect yourself for who you are. I learned that. That's the biggest thing. You respect yourself for who you are. Because if you can't, you'll never find happiness. So remember that. You respect yourself for who you are and treat yourself right. The right person's going to come along and they're going to go, hey, they hold themselves high. I want to be with them. And they will find you.
Well, thank you, Sheldon. I appreciate you coming in and doing this with us.
Welcome.
And have a good day.
You too.